Oh my goodness. I am so delighted that you're here. I've got so much to share with you. It's incredible. In the 30 years as the longevity rescuer, I have searched far and wide for incredible products that can help people with their anti-aging. And I've got to tell you, I'm blown out of the water. Okay? And what's happening right now until December 31st is a deal like I have never seen before, a promotion that you're really going to want to know about. I don't know if you've got any rashes that are like inexplicable, or whether you have scarring from operations or acne or God knows what. You know, dry skin, certainly here with the winter and stuff, it's very, very easy to get dry skin. And as we know, dry skin is not a treat. In terms of anti-aging, okay, this is something that has blown me away. I made my own personal care products, but they weren't doing the trick. And this has literally allowed me to shed, I don't know, 10, 20 years. People come running up to me that haven't seen me for ages, and they go like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I know that you're a health food nut and so on, but you look younger than you did 6 years ago. And look, this is with no makeup at all. And my neck was getting really kind of crepey and stuff like that. It's improving leaps and bounds. All of the wrinkles on my face, everything like that has changed. It's not just me. Take a look at my friend Sally, a nurse, an operating nurse in the area where I live. She is just de-aging rapidly. But this is so much more than just vanity. Okay, your skin is your largest organ in your body. I want you to really check out what's going on with some of the people. We're going to show you what this is all about so you have a better understanding of it. Explain to you what these phenomenal deals are. And then I'm going to have a sweet little treat to add into that as well for all of you that are listening to the end of this webinar. Here is an interesting view to understand how powerful this actually is as a technology.
As a makeup artist, over the years, I've been asked a gazillion times on what the best skincare is, and I've never had an answer. So many options and, so many variables. The truth of the matter is, as a makeup artist, we cannot change the texture of somebody's skin. So in terms of giving an answer, I've never had one until now. So what is Skincerity and how does it work? It is a little bit different. It's not a cream, it's not a serum. It's probably unlike anything you've ever seen before. It's a nighttime breathable mask that you roll on your face before you go to bed. You set it, you forget it, you wake up, you rinse it off. How does it work? It literally traps the body's own moisture. So when we sleep at night, we lose moisture from our skin to the tune of about 60%. This is the first technology for skin that has ever trapped the body's own moisture. So what is Skincerity? Here it is, magic in a bottle. Rollerball technology. This mask rolls through here, goes onto your skin and effectively creates a second skin. Basically tricking the skin into thinking that the skin on top is perfectly healthy. So if you do have a damage at the surface of skin, whether it is acne, rosacea, eczema, stretch marks, a scar, a cut. Let's work with a cut. You'll have a damage at the surface of skin. Basically the skin then, the signaling systems withdraw moisture. That's why you would get a scab. Instead, if you roll Skincerity over the top, the skin recognizes it as healthy skin and in turn rushes moisture to that area, repairing and rejuvenating itself. Therein lies the magic. It obviously works with wrinkles, pores, skin texture, but so many other skin conditions can be helped with the use of Skincerity. The mask is inert, literally sitting on top of the body's skin. The only ingredients that are going into your body are vitamin E and grapeseed oil, which are the most awesome antioxidants for skin. Here is a picture of Phyllis Siegel's hands. Phyllis is the inventor of the product and has been rolling one hand and not the other for 8 years. The product was originally developed to be a drug delivery system to be used in US hospitals. It would deliver antibiotics to anyone with a wound, keeping the medication in touch with the wound. Now, it was drip-fed millions of dollars over a period of 10 years from the National Institute of Health. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty huge. Really hard to get that kind of funding. It only happens if the product is safe and it works. So, Phyllis had an accident. She ended up with some unsightly scarring, and she was told by her surgeon that vitamin E would reduce the scarring. That was messy, so she cleverly went to the lab and said, hey, antibiotics out, antioxidants in, and the accidental discovery was made. The scarring, 6 months later, was nowhere to be seen, and one hand looked markedly younger than the other. It was easy to fall in love with Skincerity. In actual fact, that was the only product I used for some time, and I got great results. But the wow came when I used the entire Nucerity system. It's got a very small but complementary product system around the breathable barrier technology. So we have the Advanced Exfoliator. This is applied to dry skin. It's a gel, and it's really effective at removing all of those impurities that are buried deep in your skin. Men love it. It's wonderful for acne and rosacea. Very small component of glycolic acid, but it's jam-packed full of really nourishing ingredients like sea kelp, aloe. It's super, super gentle. You can use it daily. Peptide Plus. This is a wonderful, wonderful formulation that is oil-free, fragrance-free, and can be used night and day. Anything you use underneath Skincerity will be amplified by 40%, making these products work harder for you. Peptides are anti-aging gold. They're the structural proteins that help create collagen within our skin. IFX3. This is a really cool product because it actually targets lines, puffiness, and darkness in one product. It has an ingredient that I refer to as nature's Botox, ARLENE. It basically slows down the snapping of our muscles and does wonders for that really thin, fragile skin around our eyes. Rejuvenating barrier. This is wonderful. The makeup artists in Queensland love this product simply because it creates this wonderful barrier between your skincare and whatever you put on top of it. So wonderful as a primer for makeup, awesome under sunscreen. It also has an ingredient called lutein, which blocks artificial light, which can be as damaging for your skin as the sun. Body Silk. This is head to toe conditioning. You can use this in your hair, you can use it on your cuticles, dry elbows, cracked heels. With your hair, it's got argan oil in it, so you can put it in when it's wet or it's dry. It'll create thermal heat protection. Wonderful for curly hair. Apparently, a lot of people are saying it's thickening their hair and creating beautiful shine. You can use it from head to toe, and it absolutely feels so beautiful and luxurious. Skincerity can help with so many different skin conditions, and here we have a series of before and afters of people who have benefited from our products. So that is our Nucerity product range. It's changing the way people feel about their skin. I would encourage you to use all the products consistently for 90 days. Take a before photo. I know you'll be thrilled with the result.
It's really important to understand these products are sold as a cosmetic, not as a treatment or cure. So we cannot say that it does that. Nucerity products are not intended or capable of diagnosing, treating, curing, or preventing any disease, physical impairment, or other condition. This includes without limitations suggesting that our products are effective at curing and alleviating rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, melanoma, or any other form of cancer, scrapes, or burns. That said, I believe that the results speak for themselves. And let's look at and see how these are actually real people that we're talking about. Let's take a look at what Arlene, a metaphysical minister who lives in my area, has to say about her experience.
If I had one word to describe my experience, I would say gratitude. I have been pretty much high profile my entire career. When I was about 34 years of age, I developed an incredible outburst of acne rosacea that has followed me along this whole time. And I used to have to go on prescription drugs about every 2 to 2.5 years because the doctors told me that I would be scarred for life if I didn't do that. I used it for 30 days and people started asking me if I'd had a facelift what was I doing with my skin? They wanted to do that. I really enjoyed those comments. And after about 4.5 months, my skin cleared up. I've never had to go on prescription drugs again. It is the best find ever for me.
Don't forget, your skin is your largest organ on your body. It's your first immune system defense. So it really makes sense to take care of it.
Ainsley also showed us Phyllis's famous hands, the inventor of Skincerity, the breathable mask technology. She's been just rolling one hand for 10 years. Well, I can assure you these people are real. Here I am with Phyllis, and she's holding out her hands here so you can see that they're not photoshopped. She's a brilliant lawyer and inventor, and we have a lot to thank her for. Dorothy, or Dot as we like to call it, has a very impressive story to share with you.
I love it so much, and it's really, really helped me. I had really painful, incredibly irritating acne for such a long time. So be warned, I'm going to show pictures of my super incredible acne. Now, acne, pimples, whatever. For 9 months, I was having chemical peels and microdermabrasions every month, sometimes twice a month. I wasn't getting great results, and it was getting expensive. But after one bottle, I saw better results than a chemical peel with no pain, no redness, no flaking. Now my discoloration is lightening up, my scars are fading, and my skin just feels so healthy. I'm shocked when people compliment my skin. If you've never experienced like the cheeky acne, then, well, congratulations. But also, it's like fire. It's hot, it's painful, and yeah, 9 months later, and I'm feeling pretty good. And I think this changes the acne game.
Here's Dot 1 and 2 years later. I think you can understand why this is meaning so much to me to be able to let people know about this. What a change in this girl's life. Let's take a look at eczema. This is from Yvette. My son, who suffered severely from eczema and hives constantly, after his bath this night was scratching and screaming uncontrollably. I put body soak on and he stopped screaming instantly. And then, once we rolled Skincerity over the top, the redness faded in front of my eyes. These products have saved our sanity and transformed our lives, making a very upset little boy into a totally different, happy child. I'd also like to take a look at what it does for adults.
Hello Johnny, my name's Brian. I'm a supervisor in a coal mine up at Blackwater. I've suffered eczema for about 10 years. I got it late in life. About 45 I just started getting eczema. And over that period I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars trying to find a cure. I've been to 2 lots of skin therapists. They've done all their biopsies and they basically said I've got eczema, and the only thing that helped was steroid cream, and I was bathing in it. I've had it all over my body. It moves around a lot, so it'll be on my head or on my face, on my arms. You can see my arms, you know, they've just been hammered over the years. That scar there is just from the backpack sliding off my shoulder and me catching it. So you bleed it very easily because you've got no skin. And I was introduced to Skincerity a week ago. On night shift I started using it, and I am eczema free. I haven't got any eczema on my body at this very moment, and that's two days, which is incredible.
Now let's take a look at Elite. Elite is an amazing superfood wellness drink.
I want to take a minute to talk about menopause and the potential for Elite to help with that. So menopause is not something we talk about, and I say that with all of my patients, but it's particularly important to talk about because it tends to be a massive change in our system. So many people are aware of the traditional effects of menopause, the hot flashes, the lack of sleep, difficulty sometimes with emotions, those types of things. Then there's some lesser known or less discussed effects of having no estrogen in our body, including loss of bone mass being a large one. So cortisol actually plays a role in this, which is why it's very exciting to see something come out that is helpful in helping to regulate our cortisol. During our regular cycle, when we're having menstrual cycles and having normal hormone release from the body, that's being released largely from our ovaries. However, we also have something called our adrenal glands that help release hormones into our body, and they sit sort of like little hats on top of our kidneys, and that's where our cortisol mostly comes from. Hormones are also released from other places in your body, specifically your ovaries for women, throughout most of their life until they reach menopause. Unfortunately, once your adrenals have been pumping out huge amounts of cortisol for years and years and years, they actually start to get tired, and you get something called adrenal fatigue, which often we're pretty good at regulating that and helping with that and offsetting that while we have a full plethora of hormones in our bodies. However, once we hit menopause, we don't have hormones coming from a lot of other places, so our adrenal glands become more important because that becomes a source of hormones for us. So if our cortisol has been unregulated and then it makes our adrenal glands somewhat sluggish, the ability for those hormones to help with some of the side effects of menopause are quite limited. Now, we still have a huge decreasing amount of estrogen. However, by helping our cortisol come down, we can hopefully help some of the unpleasant side effects of menopause. Now, some of the side effects that we don't talk about, and one that Elite helps with specifically, is about the absorption of calcium. So without the protective benefit of estrogen in our system, menopausal women start to break down bone faster than they are making it. Although we can't completely make that untrue, we can't have you building bone faster than we break it down. We can't reverse that. We can make sure that there's enough calcium in your system so that you're making as much bone as will allow. So Elite actually helps with the absorption of calcium to ensure that there's maximal calcium in your system to help create an optimal environment for that calcium to create healthy bone, which is important as we age gracefully, I like to say. So I hope this has been helpful in understanding why Elite can be helpful to the menopausal woman, including helping regulate our cortisol to get our adrenals functioning as well as possible so we can cope with some of the unpleasant side effects of having less hormone in our body, and as well as protecting us a little bit from that bone loss that occurs with menopause. I wanted to just take a brief chance to talk about something that I think is amazing as a side effect of Elite, and that is helping us sleep. Sleep is so important and something that I see so many people in office for not being able to sleep, whether it's them, whether it's their kids. And sleep is vital. Sleep is when we repair. Sleep is when learning gets integrated. Sleep is when our body gets its most therapeutic rest. And unfortunately, with technology and the fast pace of life and that elevated cortisol levels that we have, our sleep is being affected. So what's really important to understand is cortisol and melatonin have an inverse relationship. So the higher your cortisol is, often the lower your melatonin is. And that's really important because melatonin helps our body calm down and go into a restful sleep. So if we have chronically elevated cortisol, our melatonin is chronically depressed, which leads to difficulties with us sleeping. One of the benefits of Elite is with the ashwagandha about helping bring that cortisol level down and helping your body regulate that a little bit more. And with the adaptogen application, your cortisol level gets to come down as your melatonin starts to come up. And that natural cycle then comes back to life more or less and helps you sleep. It's not necessarily foolproof. We still have lots of factors that help us sleep or impact our sleep, such as using technology and that blue light within 2 hours of going to bed, caffeine, as well as our tech devices, which everyone knows they tend to be no more than an arm's reach away most of the time, including when you're sleeping. What's interesting is often we advise people to increase their melatonin or supplement their melatonin in order to help them fall asleep. A study was released earlier this year showing that melatonin doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier very well. So you can supplement all as you want, but the ability of that melatonin from an exogenous source to get into your brain and help you get that deep, restful sleep is fairly minimal. The unique thing about Elite and the adaptogens in Elite is it helps your body produce and use its own melatonin, which is readily available for the brain to help calm it and put it to sleep. So once again, I thought I'd just take a few minutes to explain why Elite helps us sleep and why it can be better than supplementing our melatonin in the long run.
Elite does a heck of a lot more. It reduces wrinkles and dryness, decreases fatigue, improves skin moisture and elasticity, promotes sleep, boosts immune and digestive system, reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, collagen, muscle, joint and bone health, super antioxidants and amino acid, promotes collagen, brain function, protects against telomere shortening, and improves concentration. Let's just take a look at some of the things that it's done for me.
In terms of the Elite drink, I have been over the moon. I have just been astounded by the effects that has been having. Now, that's not available in every country, so you're going to have to check and see. In terms of my shoulder and the pain, the pain that I was feeling and stiffness that I was feeling in my shoulder, that's all gone. My mood is so much better. It's unbelievable. And, the astaxanthin in it, which is one of the ingredients, and there's 5 superfoods, and they all work together in synergy. It's truly astounding what they do. They like make each other more powerful by combining them. Of course, it's great for your skin. It's doing your skin from the inside out, but it's also lowering your cortisol level. And the astaxanthin is like this little sponge, and it can go through the blood-brain barrier and the eye-retina barrier, so it's improving your eyesight in the way that lutein and zeaxanthin can't. But it's also going into your brain, and it's like kind of like sucking up heavy metals and radiation and things like that. I attribute that. Now, again, let me reiterate, I cannot make health claims. Okay, I cannot say it heals, treats, or cures any condition, but I can say this, that it really made a big difference for my EHS, for my electromagnetic hypersensitivity condition, big time. I know that Dr. Mercola and so on talks about taking astaxanthin if you're going to fly because the radiation when you're up high is so strong. I just think that it's truly astounding. It has amazed me. The benefits, I can't even begin to tell you. I would be remiss if I didn't let you know that you can actually get these products paid for. You can be paid to be beautiful. You can take what I like to call a PhD in self-development as you learn to be a better person and to step into leadership and to support people.
Hi, I'm Ashley Cunningham, and I'm so excited to share with you an opportunity that comes along with using our new Cerity products. Now, I started using the products about 2.5 years ago, and very quickly I saw great results on my own skin, but also the skin of my clients, because at the time I was a busy makeup artist in the TV and film industry. Now, I fell in love with the products pretty quickly, but what really surprised me was how much I fell in love with the opportunity that came with it, and how it started changing my life and other people around me as well. Now, at the time I was working as a makeup artist, and some of you may relate to this. It is shift work, it was long hours, it was outside of school day hours, and I'm a solo parent to a 5-year-old, so things became very tricky. Now, what I've found with this opportunity is it's given me time freedom, and what it's enabled me to do is what I've always wanted since the day my child was born, which was to put her in my focus and put her as number one. So time freedom is what this can give you, but maybe you're looking for, maybe you want to travel more, or you just want to contribute to your household, or maybe you need to study and create some income. That's the beauty of this opportunity. It'll give you what you want. Maybe you just want enough income so your products are free, and once you fall in love with them, you'll never want to stop using them, or just to supplement your current income, or like me, replace it completely. So how does this business model actually work? Well, you use the products, you love the products, you share the products. It's that simple. It's the most powerful form of marketing that there is. Word of mouth, people-to-people marketing, or as I like to call it, social marketing. And it's something that we do naturally as humans anyway. We like to share what we love. Maybe your favorite restaurant, a favorite movie that you've just seen. It's just that usually you don't get thanked for that referral, or you don't get paid for it. But with Nucerity, you do. So if you introduce any of our products to your family or friends or colleagues, Nucerity will thank you for that. Now, they don't market in any of the traditional ways. We don't do billboard advertising, TV advertising, or magazine advertising. So all those marketing dollars are actually shared amongst all the Nucerity members. So what is residual income? Well, residual income is when you take action once and you get paid for it over and over again. So if you've shared our products with a friend of yours, she falls in love with them, she keeps ordering them. You keep getting rewarded as well. Now, in my previous job, if I wasn't working, I was not being paid. So no sick pay, no holiday pay. But now I get paid every single week. I might be on holiday, I might be sleeping, I'm still getting paid. And most importantly, I'm getting paid when I am spending time with my child. So I really feel like I've got some control over my destiny, and that's a really powerful feeling. So there are a few key things you need to consider when you're partnering with a company like Nucerity. That's the company itself, the products, and their pay plan. So I want to just sort of explain why I think you've hit the trifecta with Nucerity. So the company, it has been an amazing company to be part of the last 2.5 years. It was founded by 3 gentlemen who I've had the pleasure of meeting, and their motto is love, respect, and partnership. They've been partnered for 30 years, and they truly live by that, and every business decision they make considers that, and that filters down through all of us. Now, that partnership has seen them have many global successes, which has left Nucerity in a position where we are debt-free, which is an amazing position to be in. And also the age of the company is important to consider. We're in our 7th year now, so we're past that early years, 1 to 3, where some companies might fold. We're well established now, and we're just about to hit that massive momentum. So it's actually perfect timing to partner with Nucerity. The second thing is the products. Now, it's very important to know that the products are unique, that they're consumable, that once you start using them, that you want to use them again and again and again, and that they actually work. That is so important. So I had great confidence in all of these products, that they do all of those 3 things, and you can't get them anywhere else. We have the worldwide rights to all of our products. The third thing I needed to be confident about was the pay plan. Now, this pay plan, we're paid 10 different ways, and it's very generous. Now, if you were comparing it to a traditional business, say a franchise, the outlay to even start that is incredible and out of reach for most people. But the buy-in into Nucerity is very low, so it's accessible to everybody. And your only ongoing cost is the equivalent to about 2 products a month that you're going to want to use anyway. So it's a consumption-based model. You get paid on what you use and on what everyone else uses as well. It really is quite incredible because you can build a global business. We're open in 17 countries, but that's all you ever need to consume yourself is 2 products, and you'll want them. So it really is a trifecta. The company, the products, and the pay plan. They certainly have it all covered. There is one thing that I wasn't expecting, and that was the community and the culture. It really is a pay it forward culture that we have in Nucerity. In order for you to succeed, you need to see each other succeed, other people, and help them succeed as well. I've never been involved in anything where I've been given so much help, and you'll get that as well. We're partnered with CARE. That's an organization where we help women and children in poverty-stricken areas, and that again, it's that ethos of paying it forward. So thank you so much for listening in. I really encourage you to open your mind and open your heart to the possibilities of what this could do for you. This will probably be a different business model that you've ever heard of. It certainly was for me, and maybe it's the first time you've heard of Skincerity, but it definitely won't be the last time you've heard of Sincerity in all of our products, because this is an amazing time to partner with Nucerity, and I'll be forever grateful to the friend that did offer me that bottle 2.5 years ago, and it has changed the course of my life, and I hope it can do the same for yours.
I hope you enjoyed this. Let's take a look at the incredible promotions that are available. So I will be sending everyone a coupon code that gives you $10 off of your purchase.
When we're looking at the total skincare package and the 4 products that they're giving you, notice there's a box of Elite in there, plus the coupon with $10 off from me.
It works out to about $30 US per product, which is insane because one bottle of the breathable mask technology retails for $129 US. So, I mean, this is just absolutely crazy. If you want to try this, this is the time to do it, for sure. This is just too good. I can't avoid not telling you about this. It would be criminal, especially when I see young babies and so on that are suffering. Contact me at skinloveforyou@gmail.com. Let me know you want a coupon and I will send it to you. And remember, this particular special promotion is available until December 31st, midnight Central Time. I know you're going to love this. And I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.